Dear children, we are back again with our next class with the continuation of chapter 3. There is a world of microorganisms part 2. Till now you have learned about useful microorganisms, how they are helpful in the preparation of curd and fermentation, and few microorganisms are useful for curing many diseases by the preparation of vaccines. And the process of taking vaccines is called, giving vaccines is called vaccination. Now, few more scientists who are helped us to cure many diseases. So, those are Louis Pasteur. He discovered a vaccine. He discovered the vaccine for the rabies. This rabies virus is injected into our body through the dog bite. When the dog bites, if the dog have that virus on the teeth, while biting it, that virus may enter into our body. That virus will infect us and cause us disease rabies. So, the scientist Louis Pasteur, he discovered discovered the vaccine for the rabies virus. And the another scientist, Dr. Edward Jenner, who discovered vaccine for the smallpox. In the earlier days, there are many people died because of the disease smallpox. They don't know about the smallpox. Just like the situation now, we are going through that about COVID-19. So, as a situation, many people were dead because of this smallpox. And this scientist, Edward Jenner, observed a milkmaid. He observed that she takes the milk from the cow. So, they may get the disease called cowpox. The persons who are living in the surroundings of the cows, they also get the disease called cowpox. If a person get infected with this cowpox, may not get infected with the smallpox. Means they may infected, but there are no visibility of symptoms. Means there are no appearance of that symptoms of smallpox in that person. Means if a person is infected with the cowpox, he does not show the symptoms of smallpox after getting infected also. Means why? Because you know about that one. Why we are taking vaccines means to inject antibodies. That's to produce antibodies in our body. So when the person is infected with the cowpox, those antibodies means the antibodies which are produced in our body, these antibodies are safe, means helpful for curing the smallpox. The antibodies which are produced towards cowpox can also cure the disease smallpox. Then in the 17th century, he took the cowpox infected persons pustules, means the rashes, they appear na, the pus or the secretions of dirt rashes. He extracted that pustules and injected into a 6-year-old boy. He injected that small cowpox pustules into a 6 years boy. After 6 weeks, he observed that the boy is get infected with smallpox. The boy is suffering with the smallpox, but he doesn't show any symptoms towards that smallpox. He get infected, but he is not showing any symptoms like fever, rashes, nothing. But he is infected. How we can test means by the test. So the person who is injected with the smallpox pustules, those produced antibodies. First only they produced antibodies, and these symptoms are not shown in the boy. This gave Edward Jenner to discover the vaccine, towards smallpox. And the discovery of vaccine towards smallpox saved many people in those days. So here the vaccine is based on the cowpox. Why? Because this only the person who is infected with the cowpox is responsible, is cured, which helps in the invention of. So by the discovery of the vaccine for the smallpox, so he named it as vaccine. Here in the term vaccine means, the term vaccine, vacca means cow. Why? Because the term came from the cowpox. So by the invention of these vaccines, which led to cure many diseases, by inventing different vaccines towards their respective diseases and for curing many diseases. These vaccines helped us. So now the present situation is also going for the discovery of vaccine for the COVID. Next one, the next topic is about soil microorganisms and how these soil microorganisms will helpful to increase the soil fertility. You know about the term fertility. Soil fertility means to increase the nutrient amount in the soil, and to increase these nutrient amount in the soil, how these microorganisms are helpful. If you see, the 75% of our surrounding air consisting of nitrogen, but the plants are not able to absorb that nitrogen from the surrounding environment. Why this nitrogen is helpful for plant? What is the need of this nitrogen? Means this nitrogen helps in the synthesis of many nutrients which are helpful for the plant growth. So, but the nitrogen is helpful, but the plants are not ready to absorb that nitrogen from the atmosphere. So these microorganisms, there are some microorganisms which converts that atmospheric nitrogen into observable form to the plant. Example for that are Azotobacter, Rhizobium, etc. These microorganisms convert the atmospheric nitrogen into observable form of nitrates, which are easily absorbed by the plant. Means the atmospheric nitrogen is not absorbed, but the nitrates which are converted by these microorganisms, that soil microorganisms, are absorbed easily by the roots. These bacteria are present in the root nodules. You can see the small dot-like structures. We call them as nodules. We can call it as nodules. The process of fixing atmospheric nitrogen into observable form of nitrates is called nitrogen fixation. So, the process of converting the atmospheric nitrogen into observable form of nitrate to the plant by the microorganisms is called nitrogen fixation. So the farmers plough the fields before sowing the seeds, before the entry of the monsoon. Why they are ploughing? Means by ploughing, the roots which are present deep in the soil will come out. So the bacteria or any fungi which are present inside the soil, they will come up and they will decompose those roots, everything, and that is easily mixed with the soil, which helps the plants to absorb easily. So for the decomposition of those plant remainings in the soil, the farmers will plough, and easy to sow the seeds, and for the irrigation process also these microorganisms are helpful. Further, to know more about these, we will perform an activity how microorganisms convert the waste present in the soil into usable form, which is absorbed by the plants. For that, dig 2 pits of 3 to 4 feet, or take a big pot. First, fill half of the pot and dig with the soil. Next, in the one tip or one pot, add organic waste like vegetable waste, plant waste, and another pit, add polythene covers, water bottles, or any usable which are used by us, the plastic form, which is in the plastic form, in the another dig, and cover the dig with the soil, both the pits or both the pots. Leave it for 4 to 6 weeks. Then open the digs. What will you observe? That is nothing but what is going in our pots, the planted pots. That is nothing but the leftover plants, the fallen leaves which are fallen on the pot, in the pot, and the top layer of the soil in the pot. They will decompose with the soil. But whereas the plastic items, will they decompose? If you keep a polythene cover in the soil, does it decompose? No, the microorganisms will not feed on that plastics, but these microorganisms will feed, means they will utilize the nutrients from the organic waste like vegetables or plant waste. So they will feed on them and absorb the nutrients from the soil, from that waste, and they will decompose, means this is a complex food item. So these will break that complex food items into smaller forms, and which can be easily mixed with the soil. That is nothing but we call it as compost or organic manure. These organic manure or compost is very useful for the plant growth. Whereas the polythene covers, do they decompose? No. Why? Because the bacteria will not feed on that. In another way, they will not mix with the soil easily. It takes millions, thousands of years to decompose. So, these will remain as is, whereas the plant and vegetable remains will decompose by the microorganisms in the soil. The next, if you see how the sewage water is treated, you have already learned in the previous class. Means the sludge, the waste is treated with chemicals. No, it is not treated with the chemical. First of all, they will be decomposed. They will decompose with the microorganisms which is present in that septic tank. So, it will decompose the sludge and convert that waste into water form, the solid liquid form. In the same way, these microorganisms are helpful for treating the sewage also. If you see on the rivers, whatever the layer, the oily layer, you can see in sometimes if any leakage is done in the oceans or seas, that will form a layer. These microorganisms will decompose that, will utilize that and clean that oil. Means here the microorganisms are helpful for this process of cleaning the oceans. Otherwise what happens? If the oil layer is going on, means the thickness, the density is increased, then it will prevent the availability of oxygen. It will prevent the availability of oxygen for the organisms which are present in the water. So, to prevent that, these microorganisms are very useful for us. And some microorganisms like Bacillus thuringiensis, it is a microorganism. It releases some chemicals. These chemicals are useful to kill some pests. So, now in the laboratory they are extracting that chemical substance and use it for the treating of that pest, which is a natural form. By this we have finished our usefulness of microorganisms for human beings. Not only human beings, for also all other organisms including soil and environment. So, till now we have learnt about how they are useful for preparation of curd, fermentation, and how they are used in medicines, how the vaccines are prepared, and how they are increasing the fertility of the soil and increase to decompose the waste. Now, in the next class, we are going to learn more about these microorganisms which are harmful to us, what they are doing, how they are doing harm. So, children, keep on writing these notes, prepare your notes by copying them. Don't copy as is, listen the video carefully. Prepare your own points, like point wise you write that, then you will get and you will be ready to write the test. Okay? See you in the next class. Thank you, children.